Happening now, police are cracking down on drug-impaired driving on what is commonly known as 420. Plus, a look at the new garbage cans that'll be rolling out here in Jamestown soon.
Well, I wish it was a joke, but we've got snow in the forecast for tonight and tomorrow. We'll tell you about how much and where as the news at noon starts now.
Live and on demand, this is WNY News Now.
Police are working to crack down on drug-impaired driving as part of an enforcement prevention campaign on 420. Thanks for joining us for WNY News Now. I'm Justin Gould. April 20th, or 420, is known as Weed Day in some circles because the date corresponds with a numerical code for marijuana. Last month, the state legalized recreational use marijuana. However, New York State police say it's still illegal to drive high. Like alcohol, police ask anyone who plans to light up to designate a sober driver who won't be using the drug or use public transportation or a rideshare service. In 2018, police say 46% of drivers who were killed in crashes and were tested for drugs tested positive. Troopers say if you're caught driving under the influence of any impairing substance, you can face jail time. During impaired driving also could cause you to lose your license and your vehicle. Well, New York is allowing more people inside museums, movie theaters, and indoor sports arenas as the latest data suggests the state's vaccination campaign is curbing COVID-19 infection levels. The state recorded just under 43,000 new cases in the 7-day period that ended Sunday. That's the lowest number of any 7-day stretch since Thanksgiving, and down 25% since the last days in March. Hospitalizations are also slowly dropping. Hospitals across New York reported about 3,800 patients with COVID-19 as of Sunday. That's down 14% from the 2 weeks prior. Governor Cuomo says the positive trends is why the state is increasing their capacity.
We have magnificent zoos in this state. You want to get outside, you want to take the family somewhere, museums and zoos will be at 50%. Movie theater capacity will go to 33%. That will also start next Monday, April 26th.
Some public health experts have worried that New York has been easing COVID restrictions on indoor dining and gathering too quickly. There are still hot spots for the virus, like Western New York, which reported 346 coronavirus patients as of Saturday. That up from as low as 137 in mid-March. Well, new garbage cans will soon be hitting the streets of Jamestown, part of a citywide container program. Officials with the Jamestown Board of Public Utilities spent some time yesterday speaking to local lawmakers about how the program will roll out.
All of the containers have been ordered and are starting to arrive. The trucks are being modified with tipping units. Jim Alexander and the team are preparing for distribution, which starts May 10th week.
That's BPU General Manager David Leathers, who says each home will be assigned a standard specially designed wheeled container for garbage. The container measures 34 by 28 inches and is 44 inches tall. There will also be a smaller can available upon request. The utility is now working to get feedback about the changes and educate the public in the process.
The frequently asked questions have been developed and are being distributed in English and in Spanish.
It is expected to take about 4 weeks to distribute and assign approximately 14,000 bins. Each household will get 1 container per residential solid waste account. As of now, the city is on track to implement the changes on time.
We remain on our targeted timeline that we had communicated, which is to formally implement this as of July 1st.
Leathers says the program has been in the works for the past several years in order to streamline the trash collection process. Andrew Kane, WNY News Now.
Andrew, thank you. For more information and to see the newly created frequently asked questions sheet, you can visit the jamestownbpu.com. It's jamestownbpu.com.
The appointment is approved, and congratulations to Councilwoman Brackman. At this time,
welcome.
Congratulations. Welcome aboard.
Welcome.
All right.
Jamestown's 3rd Ward officially has a new representative on City Council. Regina Brackman was sworn into office during a special meeting of the lawmaking body last night. The longtime friend of late Councilwoman Victoria James, Brackman fills the vacancy caused by her death last month. The council voted unanimously to confirm the Democrats' appointment. She was previously nominated by Jamestown Mayor Eddie Sundquist to fill that open seat. Brackman will run against Republican Robert Reedy for the seat in this fall's election. A lifelong resident of Jamestown, she works for Trucklight in Falconer. Well, we thank you for joining us for WNY News Now as we get a check of some local headlines this afternoon. Let us know what you think about these stories and more in the comments down below. It's great to see Richard. Good afternoon to Jeremy, Martin, Wendy, and Travis as well. Hopefully you all are having a great Tuesday out there. Well, now let's get a check of our weather forecast. Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter standing by live in studio with that. And Dakota, I know you don't have the best of news to share with us because some of the white and fluffies headed back our way.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the best way to describe it is it's just like those trash cans. That's kind of like what the weather's going to be like, is the new BPU trash cans. But over Finley Lake right now, lots of clouds around. We had a few light rain showers moving through here a little bit earlier, but they've all cleared out now. But you will see on the radar, we have a few of these little light showers still remaining across the area. It's that drizzle and a light rain that has kind of been falling throughout much of the day today, and that's going to continue through at least parts of the afternoon. But the clouds are really going to stay socked in throughout much of the day, but that doesn't even begin to tell the story of what's coming tomorrow. We did manage 58 yesterday for the official high. That's 1 degree below the average high for this time of the year. 83 and 19 are the record highs and lows for this day. So through the afternoon, basically mostly cloudy to complete overcast. A chance for a light wintry mix or at least a light rain shower or drizzle through the afternoon. Much colder with a stiff breeze, 43 to 49. That'll do it today with a healthy west wind, 10 to 20 miles per hour. Now, we get another storm system that's going to roll through here tonight that's going to produce some snow showers, and it's going to accumulate how much and where? We'll tell you about it with that 42 degrees and sunny 7-day forecast later in the show. Justin?
Yeah, important details that we'll stay tuned for. Dakota, thank you. New York's Attorney General is investigating whether Governor Andrew Cuomo broke the law by having members of his staff help write and promote his pandemic leadership book. In a letter made public yesterday, State Comptroller Thomas DiNapoli authorized Attorney General Letitia James to investigate the work state employees did on drafting and then editing the book, American Crisis: Leadership Lessons from the COVID-19 Pandemic, which was released last fall. Well, James's office confirmed it received that referral letter, but declined further comment, citing any ongoing investigation. Cuomo and his spokespeople have acknowledged that senior members of his staff helped with that book, but they've insisted the work was done completely voluntary on their private time. The Attorney General is separately investigating allegations that Cuomo sexually harassed women, including one who accused him of groping her breasts. The state assembly is investigating whether to impeach the governor over those sexual harassment claims and other matters, including his administration's decision to conceal data related to COVID-19 deaths in nursing homes. Well, even though New York's gubernatorial election is more than a year away, Republicans in the state are beginning to work on their bid for the office amid the ever-growing scandal against Governor Cuomo. New York State Capitol correspondent Karina Capabianca with a look at the potential candidates.
The New York GOP held a county chairs meeting in Albany today. Several Republicans were there to pitch why they would make the best candidate for governor. So far, Congressman Lee Zeldin and Lewis County Sheriff Michael Carpinelli have announced that they will be running for the Republican nomination.
I believe that New York is ready to be returned to glory, but it's not going to happen with a continued reign of Andrew Cuomo.
This is the state of New York. Everybody has a place in the state of New York. It doesn't matter if we disagree or not, but we should respect each other.
Some of the big issues among candidates or potential candidates include property tax relief, boosting the economy, and safety. There are also several other Republicans mulling over a run, including author Joe Holland, Andrew Giuliani, son of Rudy Giuliani, and former gubernatorial candidates Rob Astorino and Mark Molinaro.
There's real opportunity to provide real solutions to problems, driving down property taxes, confronting poverty, making sure education system works, public safety, that connects with average New Yorkers.
In 2019, the governor had said he planned to run for a fourth term. Last month, he was asked if he would still be running for a fourth term, but said it wasn't a day for politics. In Albany, Karina Capabianca.
Karina, thank you. Area Congressman Tom Reed was among those considering a run up until he was accused of inappropriate touching. Next, we go to the U.S.-Canadian border for an update on when travel could resume there. And later, say it ain't snow! Yeah, when and where snow could fall in our area. Dakota's back with a look at our forecast next as WNY News Now continues.
With coverage that matters. This is WNY News Now.
The George Barone Jr. Scholarship Fund is hosting its first annual Rummage and Bag Sale fundraiser. An inductee in the Chautauqua Sports Hall of Fame, Barone managed, coached, and assisted in youth baseball for 64 years in and around the Jamestown area. 100% of proceeds generated will be donated, which will provide scholarships to graduating Southwestern Central School seniors who partake in athletics. Learn more by checking out the scholarship on Facebook and joining us for the fundraising event.
Honest John's has what you're looking for. When you want it good, we're gonna give you lots more.
From freshly made subs to the best of pizza and wings, Honest John's has what you're looking for. And now 2 great locations, East 2nd Street and Fairmount Avenue. Order takeout or delivery today online at honestjohns.pizza.
You're gonna get it good at Honest John's.
EagleZip.com is your local one-stop shop for all of your home and business computer needs. Located on Fluvan Avenue Extension, just outside of Jamestown, EagleZip.com sells and services all brands of desktops and laptops, as well as servers and network equipment for your business. All new computer sales include transferring your data from your old computer plus a 2-year warranty. Call EagleZip.com today.
Stop by EagleZip.com today and let us make computers easy for you.
Every cookie sold in the Girl Scout Cookie Program helps girls learn lifelong lessons in people skills, decision-making, money management, goal setting, and business ethics. It's amazing how much you can learn from a cookie. The Girl Scout Cookie Program. Think outside the box.
You're watching WNY News Now, where coverage comes first.
And welcome back. The U.S.-Canadian border will remain closed for at least another month now. According to the U.S. Customs and Border Protection Agency, the closure for non-essential travel between the United States and Canada is now in effect through at least May 21st. The closure was originally set to expire tomorrow. The agency says they're working to maintain cross-border activities with Canada and Mexico that support the health, security, trade, commerce, supply, and other essential activities while taking critical steps to protect those from COVID. Buffalo area Congressman Brian Higgins has been pushing for the reopening, recently saying he wants to see the northern border fully reopened by the 4th of July. A new bill is calling for increased protections against airborne infectious diseases for workers here in New York. Known as the HEROES Act, the bill is now on its way to the state Senate after passing through the Assembly. If passed, companies would be required to adopt a model or similar standard to the one created by the Department of Labor and Department of Health. Assembly leaders say there are currently no specific state or federal laws protecting workers from airborne diseases, saying the need for protection became evident after the start of the pandemic. Well, all eyes are on Minneapolis as jury deliberations got underway late Monday afternoon in the trial of former MPD officer Derek Chauvin, charged in the death of George Floyd. His death sparking global protests calling for racial justice. Now, the city's preparing for another round of it. Camila Burnell with more.
45 witnesses, 3 weeks of testimony, and more than 4 hours of closing arguments.
This wasn't policing. this was murder. Sometimes the use of force is just not that attractive.
Now it all comes down to this.
Members of the jury, the case is in your hands.
Derek Chauvin's fate rests with the 5 men and 9 women of the jury.
You must not let bias, prejudice, passion, sympathy, or public opinion influence your decision.
The defense arguing the use of force was appropriate, the crowd a distraction, and George Floyd's death the result of medical conditions and drugs.
The 9 minutes and 29 seconds ignores the previous 16 minutes and 59 seconds.
The prosecution placing the blame squarely on the former officer.
And the truth of the matter is that the reason George Floyd is dead is because Mr. Chauvin's heart was too small.
Outside the courtroom, a city on edge as the people of Minneapolis prepare for potential fallout from the verdict.
Chief Arredondo and I have made sure to center de-escalation in both policy and practice.
In Minneapolis, I'm Camila Bernal.
Camila, thank you. President Joe Biden spoke to Floyd's brother yesterday, delivering well wishes, saying to let the family know he was praying for them. Well, you might say this holiday gives identical twins an advantage, and you're right. April 20th is National Look-alike Day, a day to look like somebody else. If you've been mistaken for someone famous, maybe try to dress like them today. If not, maybe hit your closet or a costume store and dress up like a celebrity. You can wear matching clothing and hairstyles with a friend, almost like an early Halloween. Share photos of your outfits online with the hashtag National Look-alike Day. Now, it all started back in the 18s when some reporters in Pittsburgh saw a man who looked just like Humphrey Bogart, so they wrote up a story on him, and hence a holiday that we only talk about on the news. Thanks for joining us for WNY News Now. Let us know what you think about these stories and more in the comments down below. Dakota, I always think it's silly. You know, we got these national look-alike days and things like that that people really, don't celebrate. It's not like it's on a calendar per se, but pretty cool.
Well, I've been told that there is somebody else around here who kind of looks like me a little bit. And I've heard the story about how people used to get you and Matt confused.
Oh, yeah. Still do. There are some high-profile people who we work with in the news who call me Matt. And it's fine as long as they don't call me late to a story. I don't care. Right. But, no, yeah, it's they do. And I think it's just our charming personality. But I'd have to say, no offense to Matt. I know he's on vacation this week, so he's probably not even listening to this. But,
yeah, thanks.
So Maddie, I think I'm the better looking of the two. Good to see Sheila, Teresa, Todd, Christian, Jamie, and
I hope you,
well.
I hope you weren't eating lunch after that because now you've lost your appetite.
Oh, that's nasty. I'm good looking, Dakota.
Well, I'm just.
So are you?
I'm just saying.
Your own way.
I'm just saying.
A lot of people may be taking a breath because we've heard yesterday. You first mentioned that snow, the horrible 4-letter word that shall be repeated several times in the next 3 minutes, is coming back. And today, I hear you have a little more details coming up?
Yes, we do. We have been feverishly looking at everything to try to figure this out here. So, in terms of the past 7 days, in terms of temperatures, because, when you start looking at this, you would think, okay, well, we're done with the snow, we're done with winter. And never is the case around here do we get away April scot-free without any snow around here. But look at last Tuesday, 60 degrees, and we've rebounded pretty nicely here after being in the freezer once again on Friday. So again, downtown, just lots of clouds around on the double camera, 37 as a noon hour. It is substantially colder than where it was yesterday. Healthy west wind of 13 and a wind gust at 17. So it's feeling like winter to also go along with it. So, all right, let's talk about the elephant in the room, which is the snow tonight and tomorrow. So this is going to be accumulating wet snow. So it's that wet kind of heavy kind of snow that we're going to be talking about here over the next 48 hours. The snow is going to get going tonight and it will last through the afternoon hours on Wednesday. The snowiest part is going to be tomorrow morning. So as you head to work tomorrow morning, take it slow, and the travel tomorrow will likely be a little bit slow because of it. And then, as often is the case, the hills are going to get the most amount of snow. So in terms of the impact, we think wet snow is a given. That's very high on the impact scale. We think that's a given. Over 3 inches of accumulation, about a moderate to high chance of at least of that. I think the baseline's about 2 to 3 inches. Some spots will see more than that. And in terms of a slow ride tomorrow morning, yeah, definitely count on that. And again, totals are going to vary depending on your location. So in preparation for this, the National Weather Service has posted winter weather advisories for much of the southern tier. Does not include Allegheny County or Warren County, but it includes just about everybody else. And this starts tonight and goes until 2 o'clock for the southern tier tomorrow afternoon and noon for portions of northwestern Pennsylvania. So on the radar, you see we do have a few of these little light rain showers moving through. It's that little light rain shower to sprinkle that's kind of been moving through throughout the day. That's going to continue throughout the afternoon. But this guy right here is our culprit. This is going to be moving. This low pressure area is going to be moving very close to our region, actually kind of close, kind of over us. And that's going to produce the snow showers that we're going to see over the next 24 to 48 hours. So here we go with computer modeling, and FutureScan paints the idea very well of just lots of clouds around. Now, heading into tonight, you can see the blue coming in along with the wind shifting more to the north. So that's going to bring in much cooler air also to contend with through the day tomorrow. Temperatures tomorrow only in the 30s. Yes, this is like December type of air in April. So again, when you see the darker blues, that starts to indicate the heavier amounts of snow. Now, snowfall totals are going to be varying based on 2 factors. 1, the track of the storm, and 2, the melting. Now, when the snow gets going, it will likely be light. That will allow it to melt on contact. Then it should start to pile up as we start to get some heavier bursts of snow. So this is what we're thinking in terms of general snowfall accumulation. At least 2 to 3 inches. And again, you can see where the 2 to 3 inches will likely be. The least amount near the Lake Erie shoreline. The most amount is going to be up in the hills where you see this darker blue strip right here. This could be upwards of 6 inches in some spots, especially in the hills right up near the ridge. You could see upwards of 6 or maybe 7 inches, but everybody else about a general 2 to about 3 inches, maybe 4 inches in some spots. And you can see even Franklinville in Cattaraugus County getting close to that 6-inch mark. So again, but the good news of snow this time of the year, it doesn't last long. And the 42 degrees and sunny 7-day showed you that. 34 tomorrow should be our high temperature, just very cold. We'll keep a chance for a few rain and snow showers Thursday, 38. Yeah, by Friday, that snow's gone, pair of 5s, bringing a few more rain showers for at least the first half of the weekend. A little bit drier second half, and then the sun is back to start next week. Take a break. Be right back. First Defense Weather is sponsored by 42 Degrees and Sunny, smokin' deals on smokin' accessories. Learn more at 42degreesandsunny.com. That's 42degreesandsunny.com.
You're watching WNY News Now, your source for breaking news.
Slow down. Slow down and move over. Move over.
When you see signs,
lights, vests,
please give us some room.
Slow down. Slow down and move over. When you need help,
it's our job
to help you.
To save you.
Despite the danger.
This danger
is real. Do your part.
Please.
Slow down. Slow down. And move over.
Move over.
I'm a survivor. I'm a survivor. I'm a survivor.
Testicular cancer is the leading form of cancer in men aged 15 to 35.
1 in 250 men will be diagnosed with testicular cancer.
But 98% will survive if detected early.
As a survivor, I believe early detection is the key. Learn how to do a testicular self-exam and other important facts about testicular cancer at oneball4tc.com.
With coverage that matters, this is WNY News Now.
Welcome back to WNY News Now. Finally here today. As more of us get vaccinated, many might be ready to hit the road, but travel experts say many cars that have been idle during the pandemic need to be serviced for safety. Mandy Gaither with some tips on what we need to get checked in today's Consumer Watch.
As the weather heats up, so does business at some local car repair shops.
What a difference a year makes.
Last year at United Tire and Service in Pennsylvania, it was quiet, but now business is booming. Company president Greg Minoff says many customers are gearing up for a road trip.
Our service bays are busier, our teams are busier. It definitely feels like we're back to normal.
AAA says road trips continue to be the preferred way to travel in the U.S. If your car has been sitting in your driveway for the past year, it might need a checkup. If you have a favorite mechanic, check to see if there are any changes to how the business operates in the pandemic. And appointments are encouraged, according to David Bennett, AAA's repair systems manager.
Is there a contactless drop-off where you can just pull up, drop the keys off, let them know? Or is there a drop box where you put the keys? So you want to know the process.
Bennett says there are 4 main things a mechanic should inspect. Your battery. Without use, it might have a lower life expectancy. Your hoses. Make sure they're not dried out or cracked. Your tires. Make sure they're inflated and not worn. And get your fluid levels checked. Make sure they're clean and filled.
Some of those are the oil, the transmission fluid, power steering fluid, brake fluid are the 4 most common that you want to take a look at.
And if you're hitting the road, don't wait until the last minute to head to a mechanic.
You should be 2 weeks or so in advance of a trip, getting everything prepared on the car, make sure it's right before making a trip.
For Consumer Watch, I'm Mandy Gaither.
All right, Mandy, thank you. AAA says some repair shops that use often courtesy cards during repairs might not be doing that during the pandemic, so you're going to want to keep that in mind. Certainly, I think a lot of us looking forward to getting out of Dodge over the next couple of months. Thanks for joining us for WNY News Now. I know I am, Dakota. Good to see good to see Karen, Shirley, and Scott as well. Hopefully you all are having a great Tuesday. Coming up, I'm going to be heading to Cleveland in a couple of weeks for a little weekend getaway. I can't be gone for too long, but nevertheless, going to get to see some good old NBA, and I'm sure our car will be ready to go by then. So my girlfriend actually bought a new car during COVID. She was able to get awesome deals on that, which, you know, I think a lot of places.
That's the best time to buy things.
Yeah.
Is you know, when people are not looking at them.
Right.
That's the best time to buy things.
Right. Which is kind of, you know, she was not in the market for a new vehicle at all. And she just was hopping around looking at stuff, and here came a smoking deal, and that's how they get you. The smoking deals. But
well, I mean, you know, and it's like, you know, when you buy, and you know, it's just like with anything else. Like if you're looking to buy fans for the summer, you buy them in winter.
Right. When they're not in demand.
And if you're looking to buy an air conditioner, you buy it in winter, or say, for example, at the end of the season when they all get marked down 50% off.
Right.
That's when you buy them.
Speaking of ACs, so I'm a hot body. I think you are too. We like the air.
I'm an old lady. I burn up.
And I put my AC in the window a couple weeks ago. And now I kind of regret that because the snow is going to be falling tonight. So it's going to be a cold night.
Well, you see, my home office, I actually rearrange my home office twice a year. And that's because...
A summertime and a wintertime.
Because in the wintertime, it's up against my baseboard heater. My desk is. And then in this... no way. In the summertime, it's up against the baseboard heater.
Right. In the
wintertime, it's around. So I haven't switched my desk around yet because I know we're not done with the cold air yet. Take a look at it for tonight, 27 to 31. Scattered to widespread wet snow showers develops, move southwest to northeast through the overnight. The heaviest amounts of the snow is going to be on the hillier terrain, where by the morning hours you could see upwards of 1 to 3 inches by the morning. And again, the morning commute tomorrow will be slow, so take it slow out there tomorrow with some of that wet snow coming down. And if you're up in the hills, by tomorrow afternoon, you could see half a foot of that white stuff, Justin.
Sleigh bells ring. Yeah, really. Are you listening? I think it was Christmas out there. Dakota, thank you.
Where's the parade?
Yeah, right. I know. That's going to do it for us today. Of course, we thank you for tuning in. News continues 24/7 at WNYNewsNow.com and on our mobile app. We'll leave you with one live look over Chautauqua Lake. Got a little bit of that rain out there, it looks like, to watch for. Of course, if you missed anything we talked about, don't worry. This show is available on demand as soon as this broadcast ends. Have a great day. We'll see you back here tomorrow.